What is up, flock? Feenix here, and welcome back to another Farming Sim 17 FS911 video. Now, it's been a while since I did one of these. I don't even know how long it's actually been, because I lost a lot of motivation, and I made it very obvious in my last two videos that my motivation for this had just completely tanked. Jesse released a bunch of stuff which spurred some motivation. I did complete a bunch of stuff. I have worked on other stuff. It's just I get to the point where I do stuff and I really like it, and then I have to do the necessary stuff that I hate the most, which is the lights. So that's where we get to. We get to that point where, like, I dread doing lights, emergency lights and DOT lights. I hate doing them, but I love sandwiching them together, doing paint schemes and stuff like that, which you'll see a little bit later. But let's focus our attentions on Poe right now. That's my main priority. It's my last piece of the McCormick County stuff. I think everybody else has released theirs already, and I'm just floating here on this. So you guys know the first three, which is Engine 62, Wagon 62, and Rescue Engine 62. They're done. They're complete. There's nothing to do to them. You see something new there. Tanker 62 has been updated. It does have the toggleable rotor ray now. So I didn't have that in the last. Can I get by the last video? Oh, my frames there. There's a lot of stuff spawned in over there. That's why I'm dropping frames like crazy when I look that way. So yeah, I didn't have that. That's complete. 62.2 back there is complete as well. It's been done. So what we really have left is the vehicles. I think EMS 62 is done. I'm not quite sure if that's going to be in the pack or not. I have to ask Jesse. If it's a no-go, then I'll probably just take the Duggan Hills EMS unit that I did and put it over here, because I really like that truck. So we'll see. I'm not holding my breath on it because he was unhappy with it. That's why he never released it himself. So we'll see how it goes, but let's get into the vehicle. So I'm pretty sure I've showed this off, and you guys have seen this already. There's nothing else to show, because it literally is just a reskin of his with some logos added. This here was I scaled this down. This is the Tahoe from the 6th District pack from Lurch. I scaled it down because I've always been unhappy. He didn't scale that. That was the scale as it was originally released. I always disliked the scale of that because I always thought it was too big. So I did scale this down. You guys have seen that. This is the final paint job. I was going to do like the white on top, or white with red on top to match the trucks, but I wasn't feeling it. And I feel like the all red with the white stripe looks a lot better, in my opinion, for these vehicles, and that's what we're going to go with. So I did get all of the lights scaled as well. I do believe it's the same lights as like the DOT lights are the same lights that Lurch put on it. I just scaled them down to fit the actual to scale with the actual Tahoe instead of being super huge. And I scaled it to match this truck here, which I feel like it's a pretty good scale compared to that truck. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, so we do have, and I think his major dislike for this truck was it was too narrow. It definitely looks more narrow than the Tahoe, but it doesn't bother me. So we did get all the emergency lights on this done. So this one, much like it's all based off the truck sitting next to me. So that was Jesse's command unit. He did put the 3 different stage of lights on it. He did put the traffic advisor on it. And everything I'd done for my Durangos, for Glen Beach, all the Glen Beach police, it's all taken from his truck. So this is no different and matches. So if we did this, then we go over here and we did this, they will flash together for the Whalen, with the sync, whatever. But you have your stage. What? This is code 1, right? Code 2, code 3, and then I do have to go back and redo my shaders on this. I had the same issue with every single police car I did. Every single police car for Glen Beach, I had to go back and redo these. So I shouldn't be surprised, but it will have the traffic pattern. So I do need to go back and fix that. But other than that, it's done. So there you go. There's Chief 62. Now let's get to the new truck. This is completely new since the last time I recorded a video. And this is the new Brush 62. So as much as I love the Kodak and I thought it looked really, really great, it didn't fit. And the more I looked at it, the more I really started to hate it. I hate the way that it looked. I think it look better as a mini pumper, which I'm not doing a mini pumper and a brush. So I figured we'd switch it up and we'd do the Brush truck as a cat eye. So this is all new cat eye. I converted it over from 3D model to in-game myself. The wheels are a bit wonky because I couldn't get them to center correctly, but unless you're going really fast, you don't notice. Again, forgive me I have a ton of stuff spawned in over there, and I'm going to show it all off. The light bar might be a little low. Oh, you can see daylight through there. So this is just right on top. This one, however, does not have the 3 different stages. It is one stage, because I didn't want to do all 3 again, but it does have all the lights. As you can tell, did I do the proper tag on here? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I have to go back and do the proper tags. I do have to add the water. It doesn't currently have the water, whole water, and that because I copied again off of this truck. So this truck is in scale with it and all that. So, but yeah, I really like how it is. I wasn't feeling the Kodiak anymore, and I was gonna use Peyton's cat eye he did in his Chief pack, but I wanted the honeycomb grill. I don't know why. I enjoy the honeycomb grill over the bars or whatever you want to call it. So this is what we went with, and this has got, I think, the interior's out of his truck. I'm not 100% certain. And then of course the stuff in the bed is all from Jesse's. I can't think. Valley View, old pack. So there you go. But that's the new stuff. So let's get over what's left to be done. So you can see here, this is the Kodiak that we ditched. Like I said, I think this would look a lot better as a mini pumper, and we might revisit that at a later time. Because I really do like this truck, but I don't know, just after looking at like this, the bed, I don't know, it wasn't for me. So still great looking truck, just I couldn't do it. So the last of the main station that we have to do is ladder 62 or 62 truck, whatever. It's truck company 62, so it'd be 62 truck. But even though it was truck 62, the ladder had ladder 62 on it in the show, so that's what we're going by. I don't think this was in the last video I did switch the cabs on them. So as you can see, this was the original. And it didn't have the dip down like the actual truck. This is from an upcoming pack from Peyton's. He's working on a Stanford pack, which is like a... why can't I think of the name? It's in North Carolina. It's like a beach town sort of feel. Is it Outer Banks? I can't remember. Anyway, so he put this out for us to test, and I snagged it because that's how the actual 62 truck was. Now, the reason why I've lost motivation with this is because of this right here, the pistons. I don't know if that's super noticeable to everybody else, but it is driving me nuts, and it's like that in the actual truck that I built this off of. So it's nothing new. I've just now noticed it. So I've considered doing what Peyton did and just removing them completely over here. He doesn't have any on there because I feel like that would bug me a whole heck of a lot less than them not being in sync, I guess. I don't know, but that's where I lost motivation. So essentially, the only thing that's left to do is the lights on this. I did take the rotor-ray and the Mars light off of this thing because I wanted to be closer to 62 truck, and I just didn't want I didn't want to have a rotor-ray on it and it not be toggleable, because it wouldn't be toggleable on this. It would have to be connected with all the lights, because I don't like putting my ladder lights on anything other than B, because I don't want it to affect the ladder movement. So if you do N and M, as you can see, N raises it, M rotates it. So I don't like doing that. I like to put all my emergency lights on B for my ladders. So the toggleable rotor array wasn't really a thing. If I did, it wouldn't make it a difference, because it would only without the lights would it not run, if that makes any sense. So technically I would do that. It's technically going to be toggleable. It's technically going to be, so it's either the rotor array is on with lights or the rotor array is off with no lights. So that's where it's going to be. Like, you're not going to be able to turn the rotor array off and have the rest of the emergency lights going, if that makes any sense. There you go. That's a better way to put it. So there you go. That is what's left to do there. I really just need to bite the bullet and finish that off. That, and I need to finish whatever this generator situation is going back here. I think I made this. If I don't make this walkable, I'm going to... there we go. Okay, so it is. There is collisions on there. God, every time I look over there, it just kills my frames. So I really need just to finish that. I'll try before the next video comes up. We'll try to do that. And then last but not least, over here, the tanker replacement will be this here. This is going to be based off. Is it Whitmer's tanker engine or pumper tanker? They renamed it. It was just engine. Now it's pumper engine, I believe, or pumper tanker. Sorry, not pumper engine. Gee, that's the same thing. They just renumbered it. So that's what this is going to be based off of, and this will eventually replace the tanker. Both of them are going to be released together. One's just going to be retired. One's going to be the new, our current truck. So got a lot of work to do with that. This is just sandwiched together. I haven't painted it up or anything. There's things I want to fix on it and all that jazz. So that will come at a later date. Moving along to Station 2. So Station 2 went through a little bit of a revamp as well, with Jesse releasing his dash cab. So we have Engine 622, which would be the next priority after... Engine 622 would be the next priority. No, Rescue Engine 622 would be the next priority after that, because in the storyline, when they retire Rescue Engine 62, this one, it actually goes through and gets renumbered, because this station here in the storyline was a county station, which will still have a county ambulance over here. But it was a county station that the county decided to they built a new one or something. I think it's been a while since. So forgive me, it's been a while since I thought about this story. But the county has built a new station, so this one was open, and the county entered an agreement with Poe to take this over and still leave an ambulance here, so that the Poe, since it's on the outskirts of Poe, would respond to the fire calls, medic calls, and what have you, to increase their response time on the edge of Poe, while still having a medic on the edge, if that makes any sense. I don't know. So Engine 622, or Rescue Engine 622, would be the first truck in here, and then they would move the old 622 over here. And then the next, in the storyline, the next replacement would be 622 for what was going to be this. This is just a Pierce Aero cab that I threw a Saber, I said Dash, Saber logos on. And then Jesse released this, so this is going to be the new, this is what it's going to look like now. And essentially it's all done. I just need to do the lights, and that will replace this. So this would be the updated version of this, and then this would replace the Lance, the old Lance engine over here. So there you go. That's Poe. I have essentially 3 trucks to fit, and then after 62 is replaced, that's when the tanker gets replaced. So essentially, I have 4 trucks to finish for this, and it's the whole thing's done. I just need something to light a fire under me to finish it. But let's go on to the next project after Poe on what's going to be worked on, and what's been killing my frames, because this is Feather County. And I'm not quite sure right now where Feather County is going to be located. I was going to do Delaware, but I'm starting to think no. I'm open to like Pennsylvania. I'm open to like North Carolina, stuff like that. Doing a county. It's essentially like my dream county. As you can tell, it's very colorful. It's got a lot of stuff that I like, and we'll go through it. So Station 1 is going to be Kirkwood, which I feel after recent events, if you don't put 2 and 2 together, that is what that's going to be based off. And once we get more into it, you'll probably know more. I'm not going to go into it right now. I'm not talking politics in this video. But Kirkwood is obviously named after a certain person. But Kirkwood is also a highway, and I believe there's a town here in Delaware called Kirkwood. I was kind of up in the air on what the name is and what I want this department to be, and then after September 10th, I was like, you know what? That's what it's going to be. So this is all going to be based off his hometown trucks. So that's that. Next up, we do have Fraser's Ridge, which is named after the place in North Carolina. That's why I said I'm open to North Carolina. Even though it is named after a fictional town in North Carolina, it is going to be thoroughly based off of Smyrna and Clayton areas trucks. This being, is it Engine 44.2? I believe it's Engine 44.2, or is that that's the Firefox? This might be Engine 44.3. Anyway, whichever it is, this is based off of that. So this is not what's going to the final version is going to look like. The cab is going to stay the same, but the are those two windows blacked out? I don't get why those two are blacked out like that. You can definitely see them, but they're definitely darker. Maybe they just don't have the cube map on them. Anyway, if by some chance Lurch releases the KME he's working on, which I'm hoping so, because I'm going to put two of them in this department if by some chance he does release it. But I need the bed that he's building for it to put on this thing, and then this thing will be way more accurate. The only thing that would bug me would be the side vent. The side vent is different. It's like a bar side vent, but there you go. That's the KME. Like I said, I've showed this off before, and the other truck for it is currently right here, which is going to be the Ferrara squad, based off Clayton's squad. Or is it the rescue? I can't remember if they made it their rescue or their squad. I don't remember. Anyway, so that's Station 2. The Fraser's Ridge comes from Outlander. My wife and I love the show, so that's where the name came from. Station 3 was originally Whiskey River, which was based off Dale Earnhardt Jr. Because I really wanted to save Station 8 for like Ripkenville or what have you, or whatever. Some play on Cal Ripken's name for the Baltimore theme pack. I decided to change that up, and we'll talk about that later. So Station 3 was a gap I left open, and I was like, instead of giving myself more work, let me move a department that's practically done already, that being Featherville. It will go through some changes. The initial lineup is going to stay pretty much the same, but there's going to be a couple of trucks swapped out. So Featherville will move from Station 8 to Station 3, and everything else will stay the same. So the only thing that's going to switch is it's going to go from 8 to 3. Like I said, I know for at least one truck's going to be added. I don't know. I think there's going to be one that's pulled out, and we'll go from there. But that's going to be Station 3. Station 4 is going to be Eden, which is got a lot of different things, all like jumbled into one department. So 4 is my wife's favorite number, and the paint scheme is going to be heavily based off of her favorite band, Sleep Token. The lead singer, well, the entire band's new robes are hunter green, gold, and white. The mask the lead singer wears is white. So I did a play on that, and hunter green is also our wedding color. So this kind of is like a department for my wife, essentially, but it's also for me because the name Eden is associated with Sleep Token, but it's also the area where we stay at when we go up to Pennsylvania and Lancaster, which is the paint job. The paint job is based off Manheim Township's paint job, which is this paint scheme except in a navy blue. And that is the fire department that serves the Eden area. So it's like a whole, like, this department kind of came all together. I was like, well, we can name it Eden because it's Sleep Token themed. And I was like, wait, I want to do a Manheim Township pack. Let me just do it in green. Eden, like, there's all kinds of stuff in that. So this is going to be heavily inspired by Manheim Township, just with the different colors represented for it, and I dig it. I dig it so far. Next up is going to be a very unique coloring. I think it's the first standout one. I mean, two red departments, an orange department, a green department. That's not crazy, but a purple department, yeah, that's gonna happen. So this is gonna be 5, which is gonna be Peacefield, which is based off the paint job is gonna be based off Papa Perpetua or Papa, is it Papify Perpetua? It's the lead singer of Ghost. That character, it's going to be based off him. He wears purple, black, and silver, so that's what we're going to go with this department. And Peacefield is the first song off the new album, so that's where this comes in at as well. So I've done Ghost themed ones like Glen Beach. That paint job was 100% Ghost inspired. Matter of fact, the blue was taken right off of a color on his robes. Same with this, the purple's taking off the color of his robe. So we're just going to continue that on. So that's going to be Peacefield. Do I have any other? No, I don't. Okay. Next up, we have Lake Forest, which is another kind of unique color scheme. I mean, I've seen other trucks paint this color before, which is blue and yellow. Now this is some people in like I think it's like Illinois is like, oh, is that based off my school? No, it's based off I maybe that's why they changed, I don't know. But back when I went to a school here in Delaware called Lake Forest, our school colors were yellow and blue. It was like it depends. We had navy blue, and then we had light blue, and then we had like a goldish yellow. And I tried my best to recreate that and make it look good. And this is what I came up with. Now the school colors are white, dark blue, and baby blue. I don't know if because there's another school using those colors, or if it's because Caesar Rodney, which is a huge rival, uses the same colors. I don't know why they changed the colors when they did, but it was like right around the time when I was getting ready to go to high school, and I hated the color change. I love the blue and yellow, so I was like, Lake Forest, if I'm like, that represents me, represents the school I grew up going to, and I was like, I'm doing the colors that I want. I don't think a baby blue with navy would look as good as the yellow. It really stands out, it pops. So this is it. This department is going to be based off of, is it Enola Fire Department? It's black over orange, and I was like, I'm replacing the orange with yellow and replacing the black with navy blue, and I really like how it turned out. But the trucks are going to be, like, the design of the trucks is going to be inspired by them, so this is going to be their squad. And then I do have dropped frames, 2 frames. Oh my goodness. We do have the tower based off theirs in it, and these were easily, this one was easy. I just repainted what Cody had already done. There's some things I do want to change on it. This one I did have to do a bed swap and add some stuff to it. So there you go. This is going to be Station 6, Lake Forest. Station 7, was originally going to be Cattail Creek. For the other county thing I was working on, again, I said why create more work for myself when I already have a bunch of it done. So instead of this being Cattail Creek, which I believe was already Station 7, I could be wrong, but this will be Station 7, and it's going to be renamed to Fire Lake. We're going to keep the paint scheme, which is going to be based off Laurel's paint scheme. So all the trucks that you saw, I said it was going to be Cattail Creek. Like, there's an arrow over here, I believe. Yeah. Right here. All those trucks will carry over. But instead of being Cattail Creek, it's going to be Fire Lake, which is inspired by a Bob Seger song. So I love Bob Seger. It's one of my favorite artists, so that's why I chose that. So that's going to be Station 7, Fire Lake. Then we have what's going to be the now Station 8. This was originally Station 8. This is going to be Station 8, Whiskey River. All the trucks that I said that was going to be Whiskey River, it's going to be moved over here. It's going to be inspired by Mooresville and Kannapolis trucks, which both in North Carolina. So that's why I said I'm thoroughly okay with doing a fictional North Carolina county. I'm also, like I said, a Pennsylvania county. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback, but this is inspired by Dale Jr.'s Budweiser paint scheme. So we have the actual red, the black with the red roof. and then white and black stripe. I was going to do the 3s, but I think it got too confusing. So I said, you know what, we'll just do 1 stripe, and it works for me. I like it. So that is going to be, I think it's mainly Seagrave. I'm not 100% certain. That's going to be Whiskey River Station 8. And Station 9 is going to be the retro Baltimore theme. Is originally supposed to be a Baltimore theme pack. It still is. It's going to be like I'm going to do the new it's the new Tiller, the Seagrave, and then I think they're all 23, right? The 23, it's Medic 23, Engine 23, and Ladder 23, I believe. I'm going to do all 3 of those, and I'm also going to do some of their other trucks in this paint scheme. So, like their Pierce, is it Saber, or do they use Enforcers? I can't remember, but I'm going to do that in this paint scheme. So all the trucks will be in this paint scheme, not just the retro one. So that's going to be my Baltimore theme pack. Instead of naming it Ripkenville or whatever I was going to name it, I decided to go with just Anderson, because I liked Cal Ripken Jr., Brady Anderson. So it's like, there are towns named Anderson, so let's just call it Anderson, and it fits the Baltimore. And it solved my issue with Station 8, because I can just move this number 9 as Brady Anderson's number was number 9. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Next up, we'll have Station 10, which is going to be Shea, which is going to be a FDNY themed pack. If I get the permission from Peyton to release, I don't know if he ever released these or not. So I gotta get his permission to release those. It's going to be Engine 14, 2 different versions of Engine 14, a newer this which is, I believe, is the Attacker, and then we're gonna have a Marauder, I think it is, and then we're gonna have a KME, which is Engine 4, and then I'm gonna do a Squad, and then a Tower for this department. Shea being the last name of Lou, the Lieutenant Kenny Shea from Rescue Me, my favorite show. So that I'm going to name it Shea. If that's subject to change, I don't know if there's any way I can incorporate any of the others' name in there. But that's what I'm going with for now. Next up, we have Huntington, which is going to be the JT themed department, which is going to be Station 11, I believe. I think he's 12 and PJs is 11. I can't remember how I have it. One of them's Station 11, one of them's Station 12. But anyway, this one is going to be Huntington, which is going to be based off JT. I'm going to try to do some of the trucks local to him, and it's going to be in the Kansas City Chiefs paint scheme, red over white with the red and yellow stripe. I like how it looks, and so we're going to go from there. So I'm going to try to do some of the trucks from his town, and then we're going to do PJs, which is going to be his, if you guys remember his old channel name, his logo was that teal blue with red and white. So that's what we're going to go with this one, and it's going to be based off some trucks in his hometown. So right now I have the name as Penny Boot, because Penny Boot Chasers, that was one of my favorite calls he ever did when we were doing 5M. So I was I can't come up with anything creative with his name. So I went Penny Boot. So this is going to be Hunting and Penny Boot. And then Station 13. 11, 12. 13 is going to be Burton, which is based off my dad, based off where he grew up at down in Georgia, which is Brunswick. So it's just that I'm not going to be able to release the tower or the ladder, simply because I can't release that 3D model. So I gotta come up with something else. They do have a Quint, which I think I might just do and put in its place. We'll see. We'll see about that one. And then last up, Station 15. Well, no, because we do have the county units, which we'll have a county hazmat team here. That's this. This is going to have like hazmat trucks, special operations trucks, stuff like that built into it. Maybe a command truck or something. I don't know. But last Station 15 or 14 will be based around me. So there's a station. I'm not going to say it again. Another North Carolina. We have 3 North Carolina themed trucks here, or stations. We have Fraser's Ridge, we have Whiskey River, and now this would be Little Creek 100. Little Creek 100 is based is a Delaware 100 that most of my dad's side of the family came from. So I went with the North Carolina paint scheme that's named, or it has my same last name, with the place that most of my dad's family is from, Little Creek 100, and that's where that department. So I'm going to do their trucks with the different name on it. So there you go. I think the only other trucks I didn't show would be Burton's 2 trucks over here, which they have 3 E1s engines. The difference is like the painted doors. I think it's about it. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. This video ended up being way longer than I thought it would be. I'm sorry about that, but I just want to show everything off, and so you guys see that there is some work being done. It's just this is what I enjoy more when it comes to modding, is sandwiching stuff together and see what I can come up with and going from there. But that'll do it for today's video, guys. If you guys did enjoy today's video, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very, very much, and I do appreciate it so very, very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Simulator 17 FS901 garage update videos, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want to be notified whenever I do go live or upload a video, click the notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.